Oh.
You gotta stop that. What is that
With
from?
arms wide open.
I'm not going to stop it.
Right on.
Right on.
Head on.
Yeah, what is that from actually though?
That song or that sound?
That sound that you
the
just
sound,
made.
The sound that I made. This one right here. Oh.
That's the one.
That's from it's like a guy snoring or something. A snoring figure. All right, here we go. Episode 2 of the City Builder duo episode. We had to re-record some of it. And Matt is in Massachusetts now, so it sounds different. We're doing a little remote recording, but I think we got it figured pretty good, pretty well.
Do you want to do the honors of the ad placement?
Ad placement? Do we have an ad?
No, I mean like what was that thing that we were talking about doing? Like
what are you talking about?
No, being like subscribe or like.
Oh yeah,
you have the thing, yeah.
The thing. I don't know what you're referencing.
Like you had prepared something.
I literally didn't at all. We didn't discuss this explicitly.
I mean, we had at one point being like, "Hey, everyone, thank you for listening." Like, blah blah blah.
Well, yeah, we can do that at the end of the episode.
I mean, now that I've already mentioned it, we should just do it now.
They haven't listened very much though yet for this episode. I'm not going to thank them for not listening a lot. You know.
Do you wonder
if... thank you for tuning into this episode of Speaking.
Do you wonder if...
Give us a follow and whatnot so you can always hear when we have new episodes like this one coming out. You'll be on the cusp, right on the cutting edge, just like we are.
Right, cool, okay, that was good. We got that out of the way. Quick, painless, easy, yeah. Do you think... A little painful. That's why I had you do it.
Kind of gave me like a stomach ulcer.
Oh. Do you wonder... if anyone listens to this to go to sleep?
God, I fucking hope not.
Yeah, me too. That's like probably the worst compliment you could give this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're listening in the car kind of niche.
That's my aim.
That's the goal, I think.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
Long trips, car rides. Maybe a
short ride.
Maybe a short ride. Maybe you're taking a walk around and you're listening, but you're not sleeping. And if you are sleeping and you're hearing this right now in your sleep, I need you to wake up.
Don't go to sleep. Don't you go to sleep.
I still thank you for the listen.
Wake up. Wake.
I thank you for the listen, but yeah.
Thank you for the listen, sleeping viewer, listener. All right, enough of this crap.
Let's get
shit.
So you wanted to ask me some questions?
I mean, we are setting up your episode. This is
right on.
It's time for Matt to build his city.
Mm-hmm.
So
just ask me some stuff.
When we did my city, I started with a setting. You know, I started with a classical, fucking Wild West shantytown kind of setting.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a year or a time span. And so I think that's a good place to start. You could go straight prehistoric, you know, you could go fucking, you know, Blade Runner. You got options. You could also do your own Wild West town, but it wouldn't be sillier than mine.
Let's go. Wow. Okay. Challenge accepted. Nah. I'll go futuristic. Okay.
So your town is set in the far off year of 2006.
Ian. Let's flip that around. Let's go
6002.
No. Let's go 2060.
I don't know, dude. That's not that far away. All right, 2060. Where? You just gave me like this look.
Yeah, for the listener, I gave Ian a very strong eyebrow.
Do it again, and I'll put a sound right here to like emphasize like what I felt when you did it. So good, try it again. Okay, yeah. I think they'll get the picture. I think think we've got it. So you're in the future, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Future's pretty cool. What do they have there? You know, we'll figure that out, I guess. Where are you?
I think Pangea has come back together by this
In
point.
the next 50 years.
Yeah, I think to combat global warming.
Is this like an alternate universe? Or are you saying
No, I think the best solution that everyone could agree on for climate change would be to just push it all back together. Why don't we just
put like rocket boosters on the edges of all the continents and push it all?
They took Bikini Bottom and they moved it somewhere else. And they pushed it somewhere else. Yes, exactly. So
we developed a new race of super strong fishmen that could swim in the ocean and push like the continental plates together. And so now we're in Pangea.
Yes, and so there are.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. There are humans and Aquaman.
Cool. Nice. All right.
Since you said that, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna run with that. I'm gonna throw that in there. And the
I'm
next,
liking a yes and. You're more of a no but.
Facts. In the halfway point between now and 2060, they have discovered Aquamen and women, Aqua people.
And God, they're fucking ripped.
Of course, you would have to be.
Juiced.
Yeah. I mean, you're
swimming's great exercise.
You're moving against the resistance of water all day, your whole life. If you're a mermaid, you know. So of course,
mermaids, though. They're like a different creature.
What's the difference between a mermaid and like an Aquaman?
I'm thinking like a creature from the Black Lagoon kind of type, like humanoid in shape, but like monstrous. Not like attractive, pretty people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No, I got what you mean. Okay, so they put rocket boosters on the edges of all the continents. They pushed them together. This has caused some instability with like the tectonic plates and everything. So
probably a little bit. Yeah, it probably would like ruin the entire world.
So that was a goal finally realized in 2050. 2050 to 1 or to 2060. That to present day was the restabilization period. So during that time, Aqua people and people worked together to like they pushed everything together, but everything kind of like went lopsided. You know what I mean? Like shit just fell all over the place. Kind of like I mean, a global earthquake. So, you know,
it would be like a magnitude 9 or 10 earthquake around
100%. 100%.
So everything's ruined.
Oh. So where's the central point? Because apparently this is something I've learned in America. America is in the center of the map, and like China is split.
Let's go. Americentrism for real.
for real. So China is in two separate spots on like the furthest left end and the furthest right end of the map.
Yeah.
And if you go to like different places in the world, the center of the map is more central to whatever superpower they perceive that they have or pay allegiance to in that part of the world. So
allegiance.
Okay. Well, I mean, come on. Like, if you live in Greece, you're not going to put yourself in the center of the map and be like, we run shit. You know what I mean? Like,
there were some people in Greece that did do that for a really long time.
A very long time ago. So I think that a good central place, I think we all took a big global poll, and I think we're fall bitches.
What? What does that mean?
We prefer the cold. So we pushed everything slightly.
Like the northern hemisphere.
We pushed everything slightly up into from, I guess, if you're looking at an American map and America's in the center, we pushed everything up and to the right.
Okay. So let's go over the list. Can we just really quickly?
So honestly, we slammed everyone up against Russia. So Russia now is actually choked out by everybody surrounding them.
Russia. Nice.
Yes.
Oh, I've got to fuck with these. Oh my god. Oh, my brain, dude. Fuck.
Ooh. Yeah, I saw that. That kind of hurt. That looked like that one kind of hurt.
I had to put the silencer on for the podcast, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, the list of disasters that would occur. Oh my god! Like monsoons,
right off the bat,
earthquakes, volcanoes are erupting.
How much? A huge percentage of land would be lost to just like tidal flow, like the
Yeah, like half of this whole Pangea is just like a marsh, just a swamp.
Ooh, okay, so that's good, dude. These fishmen are they're kind of poised.
Yeah, exactly. Poised. That's why they are like on equal level,
What did humanity offer them to help build this new utopia? What was their like deal that we signed with them? The pact.
Well, the deal was, that they were equal. Because once we discovered them,
we had to make them push the whole world around.
Yeah, no. They volunteered. So like, dig this.
Cool.
You're right. Yeah. So like,
they're cool. We're assholes.
Pretty much. Yeah. Like Poseidon
sounds like every other major new like race that has ever been discovered, in like from a Western perspective. They're cool,
except
we're just awful.
Well, it wasn't totally mutual. It was kind of like, hey, we discovered this like aqua people type thing, and I mean, it could
y'all gotta
be
hop
like,
on. Y'all gotta get in the tent.
Yeah, y'all could be a novelty, right? Y'all could be a novelty to us. We have y'all out-athlete us, out
in the water at least.
Athlete us every day. Well, they can breathe on land too.
Okay.
They're aqua people. They got to go back in the water to soak back up. They can't stay on land forever.
Soak back up.
Yeah.
So if they spend more time, they dry out.
Mm-hmm, yes. Like every aqua person in their home, they have like a sized tank relative to their mass that they like sleep in, pretty much.
Might be easier to give them an IV, but I like the sleep tank.
Yeah. No. It's like their bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So an aqua couple, they sleep in a king size.
King size pod.
They can share a pod, and when you get in trouble, you got to go with your partner. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go sleep in the little outdoor above ground pool.
You got to sleep in the bathtub.
You got to sleep in the bathtub. You got to sleep in the slip and slide.
You got to go bring a hose on yourself while you sleep.
Yeah. You wet up the slip and slide, and then you sleep on it, and then every couple hours you got to wake back up to like re-wet the slip and slide, and then flop back down on it so that you stay hydrated. This is what life would be like if you had to like consume water through your pores instead of like just through your mouth.
They're like frog people almost.
Pretty much.
All right. Yeah. So this isn't the episode where Matt just discovers another race. This is the episode where Matt builds a fucking city. So
well, yes. But like these whole, like, how like people put lotion on their skin, they like miss them. They miss themselves. Like I want to stress that like they live closer to the wetlands than like the people who live more towards the drylands. I wanted to like clamp that down really quickly, because I feel like I've made this, like, you picked a town, I've started way too large with like a whole continent.
Well, no, it's just the setting. You still have to build a town on the continent.
I know. I got to like scale it down though. So
that's what I'm trying. That's what I just tried to do.
I know. But as we keep talking about it, it will. I think it'll naturally happen. So we got wetlands that are like half. Volcanoes have erupted. Earthquakes have moved around. Like everything is shifted. It's cold as hell. Pretty much the main focus of the human species is like just putting everything back up. Like
rebuilding.
Yeah, like the LA, like the loops. Yeah, they've all like kind of like bunched together, like accordioned. They've all kind of like
that's so dumb
pressed together. I mean, that's what would happen. I mean, you got to think like if Bikini Bottom truly was pushed somewhere else, shit would be knocked over. Like,
I'm glad you're taking realism into this.
It would not stay upright. Well, no, because I think it kind of gives like, so so here's a town. I'm going to split it. East side and west side. The west side.
You got to start with the name. Name first.
Riverside.
Riverside?
Yes.
Wasn't mine called like Clearwater or something?
Yeah, I think. I don't remember.
A lot of water present in both of them.
Yeah. So Riverside.
Can we call it New Riverside?
Yes.
New Riverside.
New Riverside.
It's like it's the post. Man, my man did not even fucking mute his phone.
God, sorry.
Everybody laugh at Matt right now.
Okay. So,
dude, shout out to anyone. Not even shout out. Fuck anyone that has not kept their phone on vibrate since like high school. I do not. My phone never makes a damn sound.
I always have my ringer on. Always. I never turn the ringer off. Sorry about that.
You are like an elderly person.
So I could give more examples of how that's true, but yeah. So we are going to keep going. So New Riverside, right? East side, west side, west side. That's where all the marshes are. That's where the swamp
I like that
is.
too, because it's easy to remember. West side, west side. You know, west side, west side.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Predominantly, that's where the lizard people, swamp people.
They're not lizards.
We don't got to specify. You know, I think a lot of humans probably wouldn't like them. You know, and would be like a lot would be indifferent because you know they kind of help push the continents together, but a lot would have their prejudices and they would have definitely like slang for them. Like merman.
I like how you had the option to create a utopia. Instead, you ruined the entire world and created another newer racial divide.
Yeah. Well, that's
pretty great, honestly. Props to you for that.
That'll unite the human species is by
hatred?
Towards. Well, no, I'm not.
Dude,
not
why would
totally.
We hate them?
No. That's what I'm saying.
They saved the human race.
That's what I was saying. I said most would be indifferent. Some would be really happy, and then some would be like,
those damn lizard fish, scaly, just
you know,
skins.
Scale. Yeah, that's a good one. Scale skins, swamp ass. Call them swamp asses. Swamp ass is no longer a term referred to when you're
not a medical term anymore.
It's no longer I don't think you can actually be diagnosed with swamp ass by your doctor, or at least you shouldn't be.
Someone probably could.
I'm writing you a script for swamp ass.
A prescription. It's just like a baby powder.
So yeah, medical grade baby powder to treat
your
catastrophic
what if your
terminal swamp ass.
My grandma died of swamp ass. What if you got diagnosed with swamp ass, right?
Metastatic swamp ass. It's spreading throughout your whole, like it starts at the gooch and it spreads.
That's up. Disgusting. You get diagnosed with swamp ass.
It spreads both up and down the taint. What?
You get diagnosed with swamp ass, and then you're like, "What is that?" The doctor is like, "You're like, please clarify." And the doctor's like, "You have rectal cancer."
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be like, I think for the emotional trauma of that statement, I should get like the first month of medicine for free because you just said that. Yeah, definitely. Like,
I think doctors should troll people more. Anyway,
I disagree. After the past 2 years, I highly disagree with that statement. The doctors should troll people.
We do a little trolling.
No, hell no. So, all right. So we got the west side, and the east side. So the west side, they're not really as focused on infrastructure and rebuilding, you know, because they are like thriving in the swamp. But, you know, most people on the east side, they're still like, they're walking around in like galoshes because the water level is so high, you know?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't even wear shoes because you can just like walk through water. Like,
but isn't it freezing cold outside?
No one wears underwear anymore.
Why? It would be so cold.
Only bathing suits.
It sounds like fucking Jimmy Buffett shit.
No, Margaritaville. No. Because there's just so much. I mean, you got to think. Every coat would be a rain slicker. You know, everything. If we lived in a world where it constantly rained, it was just constantly wet, everything would be like water repellent. So I think a lot of people would want to enjoy that, and so like. Everything would have some kind of like every texture would have some kind of like soaking quality to it. You know what I mean? Absorbent quality.
Soaking. Let me talk about that really quick. Do you know what the concept of soaking?
Can't. Afraid not.
The verb of soaking.
Afraid not.
What it means to soak.
I feel like you're about to tell me.
I might be about to tell you. Fuck it. I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to. I'm gonna phrase it appropriately. Continue, and then I'll interrupt you whenever I want. Okay.
All right. Bet. So, so it is a one united town, right? But the two political parties instead are like, so all politics have come down to like human rights versus swamp people, lizard, mermaid. What are their names? We got to give them a name. We got to give this species a name.
I tried to clarify it and you said no.
Mer people.
We need to give them a new name. That's that's too general.
Yeah.
Pelagians.
What's that? I don't get it.
You don't know what pelagic means? You don't know what that terminology refers to? Mm-hmm. It's when something, it's an ocean term, I'll say safely.
I'm gonna take your word for that. You seem to know a lot about water these days, soaking and
always
pelagic. How do you say that?
Pelagic.
So the pelagics and the
they would
humans.
Be the Pelagians.
The Pelagians, perfect. So the Pelagians, right?
Or a Pelagiite.
So pelagic rights, rights of the Pelagic
rights. That's a good one. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, okay. Of the Pelagians.
we gotta tread carefully here. Okay, just a little. I'm just gonna preface it. We gotta tread a little carefully with your town, just a little.
So
okay, I'm interrupting you now.
Okay.
So soaking.
Mm-hmm.
To circle back, soaking, also known as, I didn't know this one, also known as marinating or floating, which are both almost more gross once you know what it is a sexual practice of inserting a penis into a vagina but not subsequently thrusting, reportedly used by Mormons as a purported loophole in the church's prohibition of premarital intercourse. You literally just like insert and just like then you just like sit there and look at each other, I guess. And you're so
you do a crossword.
Marinating.
That's worse.
Is that what the Pelagiites do?
No, what they do is they do amplexus. They like just like one person, like the woman lays down, like face down, and the man lays over her back, and her back pores open up.
That's disgusting, dude.
To be fertilized. And that's,
why don't you just do it like fish do, where she like gives birth to
that's how like frogs do. Well, that's how some species of frogs do it. The female frog's back opens up and the man.
No, that's not true. She doesn't get fuses in her back.
Yes. Well, he fuses to her back
the eggs
for
are
like days.
Through their back.
Right. So the egg sacs are located across the entire back, and then the male fuses to the back for a couple of days, and that couple day long process is to fertilize the eggs, and then the sutures, like the open wounds, they seal back up, and then like tadpoles shoot out of the back pores.
Okay, just truly awful things you're talking about here. So I'm gonna go back to something also gross. I forgot to mention something with soaking, something important. The practice is said to sometimes be accompanied by a jump humper, someone that like puts their legs like stands above them on the bed and jumps and like rocks the bed, so you're kind of like sloshing around in there, you know what I mean, I guess. And so it's like if you get your homie to help you out. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I will say it's probably an urban legend, but damn, it's fucking hilarious.
That's the best urban legend I think I've heard in a while. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Because then the couple isn't responsible for the motion, in the eyes of God.
But what? Imagine being the jump humper.
Dude, I would just be getting my reps in. I'd be like squatting and shit. I'd be doing jumping jacks and shit. I'd have my headphones on.
I gotta help my homies soak.
You could do different rhythms with that. Like if the ceiling is low enough, you could put your hands up to like the top of the ceiling, press up against that, and then do like calf raises. You could just like use like the fronts of your toes and like dip down really, really, really fast. And then, then you could rock back like onto your heels, kind of like in like a low squat, kind of like how they poop over in China with like the little hole in the ground. You could do that.
That's like the right way to do it though for your body.
That's what I've heard. too. And you could kind of like rock back and forth or in a circle. I'm thinking of all the different ways you could rock the bed in that situation that you could get like the maximum amount of.
Don't tip the boat over.
Jump up. That's such a wild concept. Those freaky Mormons.
They're always doing us some silly shit. Can I petition something?
Sure.
For your city.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're the. Are you? I'll clarify that in a second. Can soaking like the state approved way for intercourse?
It can be the state approved way of sex work.
So prostitution is legal only through the process of soaking because it's like a loophole, legal loopholes.
Yes, this is correct.
Cool. All right, bet.
This is correct.
What I want to get back to your city, to get back to New Riverside. I'm liking this. We're building this is a nice, interesting environment. What I wanted to ask is, in my episode, I was a character in it. You know, I was like, I'm the mayor who founded it. Are you are you playing anyone? Are you kind of like an omnipotent force, like kind of just overarching the explain?
Like, am I playing The Sims right now with these characters?
Are you playing The Sims? Yeah.
Or Civ? No, better. I'll be a how do you say it again? Pelagian. Yes, I'll be a Pelagian. I'll be the mayor of the town of New Riverside. Yes, and the mayor of New Riverside is a Pelagian.
A Pelagian mayor.
Is a Pelagian mayor. Yeah.
Let's go. Honestly,
yeah.
That's what we'd like to see. That honestly.
Yeah. Of course, most of the humans are indifferent to it, but some got a problem with it. The far right of them have a problem with it, and then. Yeah, that's just so there. I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'm not going to go into further details. So there is some kind of like rift. There is some conflict in that kind of a way. So my name is Mayor McDees.
Don't do that. McDees?
McDees. Yep.
McDees what?
You already know.
McDees. Your name should be McDees.
I honestly, this is not doxing. When I was
I like that. I already like that.
When I was a server, I ran somebody's card one time, and the name was Ayana CDs.
How did they spell that?
Ayana.
C, middle name D's?
Middle name C, last name Deese. Ayana CDs, real name.
At least her name wasn't Ivana. Ivana CDs.
That would be too.
It's like a Bart Simpson calling Mo prank name. It's like not a real name.
There's like a name Bart Simpson would use to prank call someone. Oh my god.
CDs. How about that? SEADE.
CDs, yes, CDs. SEADE. So is everyone's name then C something?
That's a common surname.
Okay.
Or
it's
that's a first name. Sorry,
and there's definitely some factions of the swamp people that don't like each other. Like, not the Pelagians. Like, I was from the Pacific. I was from the Atlantic. I was from the Indian Ocean. More pollution was done in my ocean than your ocean. There's definitely
there's some. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah, their history. Oh well, such and such sank their ship full of diamonds. And then there's also that kind of a thing as well. It's like some of the humans are like, man, I know those sea people, the Pelagians, they know stuff that we don't know. So there is some kind of like conspiracy that they're like kind of like a conquering alien force that has taken over people. It sounds
kind of like they would be correct in that assumption, though.
They would be correct. So people have been usurped by...
Not usurped. We're living in... You said they were living in harmony with them. That's something we can build on. Okay, we can get time to work on that.
Okay. So it's harmonious for the most part.
I just want to go straight to post-pelagic society.
I think I kind of do want to go to post-pelagic society. I don't think technology. I think all the technology, like all the electricity, energy, gas, we spent on pushing everything together. So
there's no power.
No, it all got spent on pushing the continents together.
I I might be a bit of a pessimist, but I think that was not a good idea.
There was a global vote. So it was kind of like American Idol. You know what I mean? Where like
everybody in the country got like a big red X button that they could hit if they wanted.
Yeah. So there was kind of like a.
Is that American Idol or is that whatever? I don't care.
No, that's like X Factor. No. What happened was, so global warming had gotten so bad that pretty much they were like, all right, emergency global government. Who's going to have the best idea to like how to fix this, right? And so then they got some people together. Global vote.
I want to hear I want to get to New Riverside.
Okay, so New Riverside is it's like half swamp, half not swamp, but everything is still kind of like wet and murky. So I'm the mayor. CDs.
It's like half swamp, half like Ireland. Like it's
kind of. So
it's raining constantly.
Yeah, I'm CDs. Who you want to be a character? Come up with a character.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. I'll be a human in your city.
Do you want to be my political rival?
Yeah, I could play your running. I could play. Let's say this midterms are coming up.
Oh yeah.
Midterms are coming up, and I am. How about this? I'm a sheriff. I'm a sheriff running for mayor.
Are you corrupt?
Fuck yeah, as fuck, dude.
Oh yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be a sheriff and you're not even gonna be corrupt, you're missing like half the reason to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think your name should be Aviator Daniels.
Okay, I like that. Aviator Daniels.
Aviator Daniels running against AD. Yeah, AD running against CDs.
And it's gonna cut. It's the battle of the.
Yeah. So what's your platform? My platform. I'll go ahead and say my platform. My platform is to get electricity back up and running. Just because everything's in water doesn't mean we can't make things conductive. You know.
Get everything back up and running.
It doesn't mean that everything is lost. You know, we got to harvest more rubber so that we can insulate all the wiring, so that way, you know, like water doesn't.
Isn't rubber made from like trees? Rubber trees?
I think so. I think rubber trees. Wait, what? You're fucking with me?
No, I'm not. That's not like a Dr. Seuss thing. It might be. I totally. Dude, we're so stupid. We're both so dumb.
Yeah, okay. So
we gotta get more rubber.
To insulate all the wiring so that it doesn't get wet.
So it can go underwater.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. My platform will definitely be to arm the humans. I'm gonna go for guns rights or whatever. Or let's say firearms wouldn't work. There wouldn't be firearms because it'd be too wet for them.
Right.
So I'd say like harpoon rights,
harpoon
spears rights, etc. I would and then I would also my big promise, my like shitty build the wall promise, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Is gonna be put the continents back. That's my running.
You're just a mayor of one town.
That's my platform. That's it. Is this like a crowning jewel utopia, or is this literally like in the middle of nowhere?
This is like in the middle of nowhere. This is like I set up the whole continent thing.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not changing it.
I think the population of this town should only be like 12,000.
Oh, okay. All right. A little more
12,000. Yeah. No, 300. That's a cult at this point. You're talking about a war within one cult. No. So 12,000 people in this town, 2 counties, very, gerrymandered towards Pelagians and humans.
Cool. All right. Well, then that's Aviator Daniels. We need a spear in every house. I keep a spear under my bed in case I get attacked by anyone.
By a Pelagian, specifically.
By a Pelagian. Oh, this is getting dangerous where we're going.
Because some Pelagians feel like they did all the work to push the continents together and that they deserve more than, non-Pelagian people. Which, I mean, some would argue they do, and some would argue that, y'all were chilling at the bottom of the ocean for hundreds of years, not even saying anything. So,
why'd you even you made your choice.
Yeah, y'all were chilling. Yeah.
To help us.
How
about this?
Us.
I'll be doing some revisionist history, and I'll be saying, because even though it was definitely a human idea, I'm going to be like, those damn Pelagians are responsible for ruining the Earth.
Facts. Okay.
So that's my platform.
Yep.
What is the city looking like? Obviously, we have.
So there was the founder of the town, right?
CDs?
No, CDs is just the mayor currently. The founder of the town is C. Daniels. See, Aviator Daniels doesn't want to admit it, but it's his long lost grandfather.
I'm part Pelagian?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, dude. Okay, all right.
You're like 1/8 Pelagian.
That's a lot, honestly.
You're like 1/16 Pelagian.
Okay, there we go. So just like I'm like a little blue and like, I guess, or green.
You're like 1/64 Pelagian.
Okay, so I have like more web between my fingers, but I've got them surgically cut out so you can't tell.
Ew, yes. Yes.
That's like my secret. I like that. I like a good political secret.
Okay.
It's kind of like that gay senator, or that not quote unquote not gay senator that like got caught at like a gay orgy. That was like
good for him. Honestly, living his best life.
Yeah, definitely.
That sounds like it was a fun time.
Except for like the lying and like building his career on like oppressing people that like are in the same boat as him. But yeah.
No. Yeah, that of course. I mean, I think that goes without saying that that's definitely the downside. But the upside.
I think on this episode I do want to say that. I think on this episode we're going to clarify our positions.
I don't know if I'm kind of tired of having to clarify. Like, it's just kind of like.
Do we? Well, I just feel
you shouldn't be like, come on, if your beliefs aren't already like kind of set, if you're easily influenced by like what two dumbass podcasters are saying, like, yikes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if anyone takes this seriously, really,
like,
I mean, I would like to think that people really are like, dude, they're so accepting and forward thinking and socially responsible, but that's not going to be the case.
We're talking about Pelagians here, so talking about lizard people. So C. Daniels founded the town, and he's stomping around. He's flopping around. And he was
one of the OGs. He served in the pushing fleet.
Yep. But he didn't just serve in the pushing fleet as a young man. He served as like a 50-year-old man. Like he was like an old timer.
What's the Pelagian lifespan?
Like, let's go 50 years.
He was like
40. So he was 40. He's 40.
He was like 90 years old.
Yeah. So he helped push, but really everyone else is doing the pushing. He just kind of like tagged along, and he got thrown off course because he wasn't strong enough to push. And he found this like empty land development that was like perfectly split of like really sunk water, like really marshy, really swampy. Present. Yep. So I think it was a city. Yes. So it was a city. Yeah. So we're founding our Civ city here. We have taken our scouts and we have found a city that is close by a mountain range, a river stream. There's mining opportunity. There's some farmland to be built. We could build some towns out here.
Now this is a question. Are there outside forces near the town, human pelagic animals? Because I'm assuming, that animal, it's like what they say, like as soon as like if like society collapsed, one of the first things that would happen would be like dogs going, like
they would
becoming
form
like
packs.
rabid.
Yeah.
So like, what's some physical threats?
So there's definitely some like barbarians. Just sticking with the Civ theme here. There's definitely like Road Warrior, Mad Max, like
pelagic barbarians too.
Yes, both pelagic barbarians and human barbarians are kind of camped around the hillsides and everything. And then you have some swamps, you got some mountains, you have a little bit of everything. Kind of like the great state of North Carolina that you're in. You got some mountains, you got some beach, you got some flat plateau. Correct. And so
kind of sounds very similar to my town, but it's good to start a town with some working space.
Yeah. So I think it's very rich in resources. It's diverse in, agriculture, or not agriculture, in geography.
Diverse in thought.
Yeah. Thoughts. Diverse in that. For sure.
Those hoes over there.
I wonder if anyone
is so stupid. But
I like it. It's funny. I wonder if anyone presently thinks about the acronym as they're saying it. You know what I mean? Anyways,
no.
That's tangenty. All right, so we got so this old man C. Daniels. He gets whipped around. He gets riptided into the middle of this land, and he's like, "Oh my God, this is a gold mine. This is a fortune of land. This is just incredible." So
stake down.
Yep. So what he did is he used the last of his energy. It killed him doing this.
Oh.
But he crawled up to the tallest rock. He flexed his gills and his throat muscles really far out, so that they would be Yep, so it'd be very bulbous, and he just wailed his mating call very loudly, and all the pelagics walking around were like, "God damn, does this sound like some old ass man trying to do a mating call? What the fuck? What is that? That sounds like the shittiest mating call I've ever heard."
You're also judgmental. What the hell?
Yeah, oh my God, it sounds like he's dying. It sounds terrible.
It sounds like his corpse riddled.
Yeah, it sounds more like a death rattle. Good Lord. It just sounded
it was.
Truly, but it was all guttural. It wasn't clean. It wasn't rounded the way you'd hope. It didn't reverberate well, the way a mating call should. It should have some real roundness and depth to it.
Okay.
And some range.
Yes. What did this bring us to?
So a couple people that they were pushing the continents, they said, "You know what, we're going to take a little break from pushing the continents together, and we're going to go investigate this sound."
I thought it was done.
No, it was while they were doing it. He got sucked into a riptide. So not everyone made it who pushed the continents together. They didn't make it.
I feel like we're getting away from the city itself, right?
We're not. Because this is going to explain the vibe. So not everyone made it in pushing the riptide. I mean, those are just the people pushing didn't all make it. Imagine the people on land getting tossed around, flipped over, having buildings collapse on them. Yeah, it was chaos. It was absolute chaos. So this would be a good place to insert a lot of chaos noises underneath what I'm saying. So then they're chilling, right? No, they're not chilling. They're pushing all this shit together, and then they hear, "Oh my God, this man is croaking and mating and doing all this weird shit. Let's go investigate the sound." And they see this old man, C. Daniels, dried up on the top of this rock.
It's like a dried up corpse.
Yeah, but they look around and they see what he saw. And they're like, "Man, fuck pushing this continent together. Let's just chill right here." You know what I mean? That's how the middle of the country got formed. There were so many people on their way to California, for a gold mine.
Gave up.
Yeah, they're like, "Fuck it, man."
Whatever.
And then they told their friends, and that's how towns and cities formed out west. I don't know. Maybe that's not how it happened, but I mean, maybe that is how it happened too.
So where did the humans come from in the city?
So naturally, when everything's settled, humans were wanting to explore around, salvage what they could. Think about it. You're a human that survived all this crazy shit. Why wouldn't you just want to loot?
So the barbarians settled it.
Pretty much. It was half barbaric. It was half barbaric people. So, but then
what is the infrastructure? Let's describe some infrastructure.
Yeah. So the infrastructure, initially, one of the first things that the Pelagians value education a lot. So they were like, "All right, we got to build some schools out here. We have got to preserve pelagic history because now we live side by side with people."
Yeah.
More so than we already had for 20 years before the continents got moved. But now we really. And so then the people were like, "Okay, well, education, that's a good idea." So their education is a bit whack, a little bit more physically involved, because you got to think the Pelagians can out athlete the people in every way, shape, and form. So People got to catch up.
Except in an arid environment.
Well, they have to like miss themselves again. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they don't, but that's a factor. If they didn't have access to that, then they'd be screwed. They're not 100% better than humans.
No, facts. All right. So the
same way humans can't breathe underwater.
Right. So like the first generation of the town was formed, and the big town secret though is that under that rock where the dude or C. Daniels' corpse was, where there's a big monument, a statue of him spread out in that
doing his famous death rattle.
Yes. It's him on all fours, like really pushed up, spread out with like these huge neck muscles. That's like the statue. Yeah.
It's the C. Daniels death rattle memorial.
Yes. You got it. Because no one wants to really acknowledge that it was a mating call because it sounded fucking disgusting. So
plus, like, what if a kid, kids want to visit it? It's like it's kind of
yeah. They're not ready for that. So
they're not ready to know that their city was founded by a horny old guy.
We're all not ready for that lesson. So pretty universal. So underneath the memorial,
yes,
giant rubber tree seeds.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
There's a giant old rotted root system of rubber trees
of an ancient, long thought extinct species.
Long THOT extinct species of rubber tree.
God. That horticulture over there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey listener, Ian here. I thought this joke was really funny, so just wanted to like explain it really quick, just because it's, like kind of like a really smart joke, and I'm like want you to understand it. So horticulture is, let me get up Google here really quick. Is the art or practice of garden cultivation and management. And so Matt has said thought, talking about, the tree that's under the memorial statue. And so I said that horticulture over there is like a little joke. Like what if, if thoughts meant that instead? So just really proud of this joke. Just wanted to point that out. Back to the episode.
And the pelagic musculature skeletal system contains like the perfect amount of like nitrogen or something that like his corpse came to fertilize it and reawaken this like fossil.
So the statue isn't actually a statue. They just molded over the corpse.
And it like cries black ooze of like corpse water.
Mm-hmm. And it gets struck by lightning all the time, but it never cracks because it's rubbery on the inside. The veins of all of it are rubbery.
It's like you don't,
because the rubber tree has rooted into the
it's
mold.
Like opal. It's like opal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So like pretty cool. Okay.
But you know that, and I don't know that. Aviator Daniels,
because I'm related to him.
Exactly.
But I can't utilize that knowledge too publicly, or else it might connect me.
Right. So you gotta win office so that you can dismantle this. So that's one of your. We're getting into a weird territory here.
Now,
one of what I'm about to say. So
okay, all right, I'm bracing myself.
One of the things that is on your platform is removal of the C. Daniels death rattle statue. And
okay.
And you have a whole very politicized argument on why that statue is harmful.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't even see how this connects to anything in real life.
Not even a little bit.
No, not 1% even related to anything related to like North Carolina or like the South in general.
Yeah.
Doesn't really relate.
No. Yeah, you're totally right. Not at all. So
that's his platform.
Yes. That's one of the facets of his platform. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. What are these buildings looking like? Like, what are people living in? Are they living in like crumbled down houses?
Oh, yeah.
Are we living in like, or are we living in like corrugated metal sheds?
No, like everything has like been put back together because everything like kind of crumbled. So everything is like lopsided and broken and, real. I don't know. What is this? I got to look up this term before I use it because I don't want to like start defining something in the wrong direction. Then I got to work my way out of it. Like,
what are you talking about? You
like
do
a
that,
shanty.
all the time.
Man, shut up. Like a shanty town. You know what I mean?
You had to check the term for a shanty town.
Well, I wanted to be because I wanted to be accurate because shanty towns like a lot of times like go up vertically. So
no, they don't. Oh, I guess they can in like
yeah,
I guess they can like slum kind of town and stuff.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to be like specific about it because I was like, well, I don't want to say that things are stacked on top of each other if they're not.
God forbid.
So it's like the people live in like a shanty town type area, and the Pelagians, they need a little bit more room to spread out so they can like sleep in their tanks each night. So they
live beneath the ground?
No, they live above the ground.
Okay.
Because they have to, they work a lot with the people.
They got to go to work.
They got to rebuild the infrastructure with the people. Now, of course, there's some rogue Pelagians that are like, fuck this, I'm just going to go swim all day. You know what I mean? They're like the hippie sect of the Pelagians. They just like hang out in the water all day. They don't work.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, how are what's the public transportation looking like? How are people getting around? Because cars, no way, No.
Gondolas.
Nice. I love a gondola. Honestly, gondolas are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But there's also
a Pelagian gondola singing like some like underwater song,
Yeah.
He's like,
it's very throatal.
Bing, 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 bing. You know what I mean?
Nah, it kind of sounds like the mating calls a little bit. It's very throat, very guttural.
It's very gargly.
Yeah, but like a lot more
people are just like wagging their finger.
Like, that sounds good. It's a lot more rhythmic than that. You'd have to kind of like hear it to really get the vibe. I'm not doing it justice.
Okay.
What's some other, okay. So my second in command though to CDs.
You're maybe appointed successor in the future.
Total doofus.
Okay. All right.
Total doofus. And he's caught up in corruption too.
Oh.
Yeah. The corruption he's caught up in, gondola racing.
Whoa. Fuck yeah, dude. The seedy underbelly. Now we're getting into it.
Yeah. Because the thing about gondolas is they're actually like, no one has private transportation. All transportation is public. So gondola drivers are respected members of the community because they get everyone from place to place. You know what I'm saying? Gondolas are respected property.
If only people respected fucking bus drivers that much, honestly.
I know, for real. So because of that, the gondolas having a secret gondola that you're hiding from other people. So like some people in their shanty town, like on the inside of their house, they'll like rip out planks from the wall and like
build a gondola.
They'll like build a gondola, like yeah. And they'll go like race them, and then they'll race back to their little shanty house, and they'll take apart the gondola and they'll put it back up against the wall. You know what I mean? That's the seedy underbelly. And this guy, he bets big on that.
And he's betting daddy's money too.
Also, he bets on lizard fights, but that's a different thing.
Okay.
It's like the new dog fighting, like lizard fights.
Like monitor lizards or like Komodo dragon lizards?
Like Komodo dragon lizards, yeah. And there's a
okay.
Yeah, one of the big pastimes in the town is this sports team, or it's sports, right? And one of the biggest sports is water polo, right? Water polo, and it's mixed species, Pelagians and humans, and a big scandal is the connection between one of the leaders, quarterback of the water polo team.
Whatever,
he's gotten in trouble recently in connection with Komodo dragon fighting.
Oh, that sucks, dude. That's what a scumbag.
Yeah, I know. And he so the doofus gets a name. His name is C. Sandisk.
C. Sand Dollar?
C. Sandollar. Yeah. Oh, he just sounds corrupt. Yeah.
He sounds awful.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget. C. Sandollar is corrupt, and the human water polo player that's gotten in trouble with the Komodo dragon fighting, which that really riles up the Pelagians. His name is Michael Vick.
Oh no!
Just keep the name. No. We can't do that. He did his time. Let me
Call him like Michael Finn.
Michael Finn. Yeah. Oh. Michael Finn. So Michael Finn. Can you actually edit that so that it just goes straight to Michael Finn, so there's no actual Michael Vick reference?
No.
Okay, that's cool too. Oh.
So we've got some political parties now forming. We've got a city we've envisioned. What is next up? What's something that's happening in the city soon? The primaries. No, the midterms.
Yeah, the midterms and a huge water polo tournament.
All right. How about this? I got something. How about we both do a little speech?
Yeah, perfect.
Do a little speech, improv.
Yeah.
All right, bet. You want to go first? Or, you want me to do it?
Yeah, I'll go first. Hello. Hey, everyone. It is me, your honorable, amazing mayor, CDs. Thank you. I thank you for another term in office. We're making progress. We're making good progress on rubber harvesting. That's right, y'all. We are going to rebuild this new riverside. Electric gondolas are coming, and they are going to
gondolas.
Yep, and they are going to cut down on all the wood pollution, dust pollution in the water from the more analog gondolas, the natural gondolas. Yeah, and so we thank you for your support. And electricity for the homes. We're going to build a hospital. We're going to no longer rely on witch doctor-y kind of stuff. Anything I'm forgetting. CDs is like 40, and the life expectancy is like 50. So
okay.
Yeah, he's kind of losing it a little bit. Nope. All right, good. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Listen, a lot of you know me from around town. I am Aviator Daniels. I've been here. I've had the pleasure of being the sheriff in these parts. I've seen this town grow, and I mean, some of you wouldn't believe the things I've seen. And you know what? I gotta give it up to my opponent. Mr. C. He's a worthy man. But I think we need to shift the focus a little bit. We need to shift the focus to, and some of y'all might really disagree with what I'm about to say. I think we need to put the continents back. And now I know that's crazy. I know we have a beautiful paradise where everything is flooded and shitty and raining, and there's storms and volcanoes and lightning and barbarians. I know this is all very well and good, but I can't help but look at, every time I look at into a pelagic child's face, I just think of what they did to us. And that humans and Pelagians.
Now hold on, blaming the children.
I'm not blaming the children. The children are growing up in this new pelagic human hybrid society, and I think everything would be great if we just pushed it all back. Just push it all back.
So where do the Pelagians?
This isn't a fucking interview. It's a speech, you fucking idiot. Now shut up. So you put that's my campaign slogan. Push it all back, and also I want to add that we need to cut down on all of the and I'm sure we are all aware of all this illegal gondola racing. And I'm looking at you, Mr. Sand Dollar. Thank you very much.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. I've seen some gondola racing.
Are you giving a speech too now?
Yeah. We are not going to be divided.
The speeches are done. We can't give. We can't.
Okay. Damn. I bet
That's done. What's said has been said. So now, I would like to petition you, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Who is winning the election? And then after that, in about 50 years after that, after this big election.
CDs loses. Unfortunately, he's too old.
No, really? I actually really wanted CDs to win.
Damn, I'm sorry about that. So
okay, so
remember, Aviator Daniels wins. But remember, this is a town of like 12,000 people, and you're promising them that you want to push the continents back.
Well, how about this? Could we have enough Pelagians to at least move our small piece of land back to in the middle of the ocean?
Yes.
So we isolate ourselves completely.
Yeah.
New Riverside is in the middle of the ocean. Aviator Daniels loses his he loses the next he loses the re-election once it comes out that he's half pelagic. 164th pelagic.
Yeah, this was seen as terrible to his base of supporters, so they said I can no longer support this hypocrite. Yeah.
Which is ironic because if he rallied behind that, he could have gotten reelected, if he went for the pelagic vote, but he just didn't do it.
He didn't do it because he doesn't care about the Pelagians.
So now after these scars have healed a little bit and we're kind of in the ocean and the weather is maybe a little more temperate. It's warmer. It's still very wet though. The wetness has not subsided. Just the weather is more livable. Mm-hmm. Would you say what is the quality of life looking like right now?
It's looking just okay. Not terrible, not great. People are
better
just
than before or worse?
Worse. People are just trying to get by day by day. They're just it's a very desperate environment.
Understood.
Unfortunately, the statue of C. Daniels was torn down. And the rubber was not harvested to rebuild electricity for the town. Mm-hmm.
Because it's a dark future.
Yes, because Aviator Daniels was he wanted to hide the legacy of the town, and he wanted to deprive people of electricity because he was convinced that if people had access to technology again and electricity, that it would make people too liberal-minded.
So maybe that might have been true, honestly.
So it was replaced with a statue of Michael Finn.
Nice. I was going to bring it back to Michael Finn.
Yeah, Michael Finn, and
he's like doing in
he's doing like a big. He's like spiking the water polo ball. Yeah, like real. Yeah, exactly. He's got like his left arm up. He's got his right arm up at like a 90-degree angle, like he's like about to toss it really far down pool. Like he looks.
Yeah, he's about to fucking spike it.
It's like a quarterback winding up for a throw. He's
about to slap the sponge.
Mm-hmm.
The ball is a sponge.
He's about to soak everybody.
Oh no.
So, what were you going to say about Michael Finn, though?
Oh, I just was gonna bring it back. I didn't have anything to add.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to get lost in the fast forward. You know what I mean?
Right, but things are looking up. Things are looking up for the town because it's rumored that a historian from another town is coming from, not from New Riverside, but from Flagstaff, Arizona.
Which is somehow very close to where we're at.
The driest place in the continent, that a human reporter is coming to interview the town. He's going to visit the Michael Finn statue. he's going to get real down and gritty. He's
going to bring a lot of tourism. This is what the city needs.
He's going to go not participate, but he's going to do some journalistic investigating on the gondola racing and the Komodo dragon fighting. Is the gondola
racing present, or is it even legalized now, or is it still?
Oh, it's like even more illegal now, because the thing about gondolas is
they're so awesome. It's like prohibition. If you try to outlaw them, it's going to make people want it more anyway.
Yeah. So, and the Komodo dragons now. There was a huge problem. So Michael Finn's Komodo dragon collection, it just got out his stable. It got out of hand. He was juicing them up too much so that he could win more Komodo dragon fights, and they broke free one day. So now there's rabid, wild Komodo dragons roaming the swamp side.
The swamp side.
And that's a threat to both Pelagians and humans alike.
So these Komodo dragons, They seem like a pretty lethal threat. I think we need to reach a final jumping off point for the future of New Riverside. What's it looking like?
It's looking bleak, because after
you said it was looking up because this reporter.
It's looking up. Yeah, it's looking up because of the report. So the decline happened when Aviator Daniels got elected, and Michael Finn won the water polo tournament. People were just like, "Damn. All is truly lost. Corruption has won." You know what I mean? Because Michael Finn and C. Sanddollar were still really good friends. You know what I mean? They're betting on gondola racing and Komodo dragon fighting and everything. So it's just it's looking bad. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. So, but the reporter is going to come to town, and he's going to figure out a lot of the town's history and the corruption. And he does successfully. And he reports it back to Flagstaff, and Flagstaff's mayor.
What's the name of the article?
The name of the article is New Riverside.
Old Heart.
Yeah, there you go. Old Fart. There we go. New Riverside, Old Heart, exposing the old, dirty secrets and secret history of New Riverside. And then the mayor, C. Shore of Flagstaff. Yes,
all the mayors are C.
The driest place in the country does have a
shore.
Pelagian mayor.
No, it's not shore. It's C desert. C sand. No, whatever.
So C Shore. They have a Pelagian mayor of Flagstaff, and she is not happy with what she's heard about New Riverside. And she's like, "This is terrible." And so she starts dissing the town. Like, "We really thank and laud this reporter for exposing the corruption of New Riverside." So then,
it goes terribly for New Riverside.
It goes terribly for New Riverside, but then a lot of hipsters, they're like, "Ooh, what if we go to this terrible town where there's all these gondolas and the rent's really cheap?" And then
they gentrify New Riverside.
And the big industries from the rest of the continent that want to capitalize on their dollars and be like, "What is this creative class nonsense? Just a bunch of creative people gentrifying this swamp city. We're going to build floating Starbucks and all kinds of stuff." But then, because the infrastructure was never cared for, because the
Komodo dragon population has gotten so incredibly dangerous and out of control
that all the projects that were there get abandoned, because then the hipsters are like, "Oh my God, this is terrible." There's the article didn't really go into the Komodo dragon problem. It didn't sound that bad.
It's almost like we forgot about the Komodo dragon problem.
Yeah. And so then the businesses pull out, but they've already broke ground on a bunch of constructions and buildings and stuff. So then the people of New Riverside have even more empty, abandoned, shitty buildings than they did 50 years prior.
And that's
the Pelagians.
And such is the fate of New Riverside.
So the fate of New Riverside. But there's one little glimmer of hope. There's a new liberal uprising amongst the Pelagian people that have partnered with some of the humans to push it back together again. Take advantage of these abandoned new infrastructures and build up from there.
and
take care of the Komodo dragon problem.
And their slogan was gentrification is not epic.
Gentrification is not epic on 3.
3, 2. Gentrification is not
epic. There we go. And yeah, they knock down the statue of Michael Finn. They just destroy.
And they ride a fucking electric gondola straight into the sun.